Georgia Bulldogs Dynasty on the new college football game that just dropped yesterday. Georgia's obviously a kind of a more boring pick, I would guess, but yeah, my favorite team, so that's what we're going to roll with, at least to start off. My plan is to roll this out on Twitch every day as I'm playing, and also taking these videos and putting them on YouTube. And then later on this week, I plan on starting probably a James Madison Dynasty. I haven't officially decided on that, but yeah, I watched a video or two, kind of getting the gist of what the Dynasty mode looks like, but you know, definitely ready to experience this myself. So excited to kind of bring y'all along on the journey. We'll just load up the active roster. I'm gonna make a completely new coach and everything. Put the XP sliders, probably just the regular normal for this. Likely going to do a recruiter as my head coach. But yeah, we'll kind of see and go from there. But yeah, definitely excited. Waited 11 years for the game to come out. Absolutely thrilled to have it back. There were certainly times I didn't think we would ever get it, but glad that we do. Skill level All-American. Coach Fireman's gonna be on. XP again, we're just gonna keep on normal. Player edit, yeah, be fun. Injury on, wear and tear on. Want to test out quarter length at 8 with no accelerated clock. Full control, manual, auto recruiting off. Custom conferences this year, at least we're going to leave the same. My plan in the future is probably going to be, and I'll do this on this one and probably the whatever other dynasty I do, is probably to mix and match the Mountain West with the Pac-12 and kind of spread those teams out a little bit. Like if you take a look over here, Mountain West definitely has a couple of teams that you can slide over to the Big 12 to join Oregon State and Washington State, since you can't actually delete teams out of here. It'd be kind of hard to move one of the independents, but you could probably figure something out between you know, the MAC conference and so forth to kind of spread the love there. But definitely would like to get the Pac-12 a little bit involved. I'd almost would rather than just allow us to delete it, but since they're not really going to do that, it doesn't appear like we'll try to work around it the best we can. So yeah, just gonna get it started. Super pumped, super excited. Starting this off as the head coach, and which would be nice to go ahead and have that A+ head coach there, but we'll do our own. These are the archetypes that you can use. Motivator is more about XP, making players better through in-season progression, which apparently there's some of that in the game, but it's mainly off-season progression. Recruiter obviously focuses on recruiting, and tactician is more of like an attribute based on a per-game basis, it seems like. So far as long-term, certainly going to focus mainly on recruiter and then kind of decide between these motivators and tactician. Obviously, being a Georgia fan, Kirby Smart is much more of a defensive-minded coach. I've always been more of an offensive gamer myself. Probably will lean myself into whatever I feel like gives me the best benefit when it comes to, you know, wide receivers and quarterbacks, that kind of thing. But we'll start with recruiter. See about making a little head coach here. Obviously, just going to use my name. Yeah, thinking about rolling with a David Pollock, but definitely just gonna roll with myself right now. We'll use 3-4 multiple defense. I'm a motto with this, make Georgia. They don't have the University of Phoenix on here, so it'd be a little hard for me to choose that as far as myself. So we'll do Georgia as the pipeline as well. I give myself as much of a challenge as possible. You know, well, saying that as in, you know, kind of keep it to just Georgia, not like putting in Florida, so on and so forth. To kind of start off with. We'll do Metro in there. That. All that the same. Need a guy with a sick mustache or something right here. It's not too different from the way I look. Ooh, get a little wavy hair. Just roll with this one. Z. Those of you that know me, I'm definitely 6 feet tall. Don't let anybody tell you that. Coach apparel shirt. I don't know anything we got right here. No, we'll go with that. Time to get this thing rolling. Goal is to make the playoff. So definitely, I would imagine that's the highest goal you could possibly have unless you're winning multiple national titles and stuff back to back. And we'll get it rolling. Kind of give a brief overview of the roster. You know, obviously it's the highest rated team in the game, so no real surprise there. The team is going to be very good. Certainly a couple of players that are not real, like we don't have Rashada, transfer quarterback in from Arizona State, so they gave us this Tommy Newman guy here, but Carson Beck, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the country, tied for the best quarterback in the game. Definitely going to be the starter here in his final year in Athens. Gunnar Stockton is the backup, likely starter heading into next year. And if push were to come to shove and it got between Newman and Puglizny, I'll probably go with Puglizny just because he's the real player. Puglizny's a big arm kid. It's like a mid 4-star guy, but definitely plenty of talent. And I'll certainly be recruiting quarterbacks. We do obviously have some young guys with the transfer portal. I think it's important to at least try to get yourself a quarterback with every class. Running back, got Trevor Etienne, one of the best guys in the country. In the games I played, he's very shifty. Going to be a good receiving back for me. I got to get the ball out in space, but a good all-around back. And you got Roderick Robinson and Branson Robinson. Branson is coming off of a major knee injury. Definitely going to look to try to get him some work. There's no formation subs in this game, which makes it a little bit tougher, but I think the more realistic thing is to go with Etienne and then Roderick as my main two. And again, this Andrew Temple is not a real player. Cash Jones is real. Sidney Arrington is not a real player, but Chauncey Bowens is. Definitely sucks they don't have Nate Frazier, one of the top running back recruits in this class. Don't have him, but we'll work around that. No fullback, so I'm sure I'll have to recruit one running a pro-style offense. Wide receiver, a lot of good guys with different skill sets. Dominic Lovett, the guy's going to be playing in the slot for us, get a lot of targets. Dylan Bell, nice outside receiver, played a little running back for us last year. Colby Young transfer in from Miami, big body guy. Definitely be trying to use him in the red zone with that 50-50 physical ability on the, as you can see on the bottom right. Ra had some really nice catches, a good player. Ludden Humphrey's a transfer in from Vanderbilt. The 95 speed obviously is pretty solid. Michael Jackson transferring from USC this year. Don't really know a whole lot about him. Don't know how much he'll play, but we do have him on the roster. Got Arian Smith, obvious speedsters, never really put it together. Anthony Evans, I'm really excited about in real life. I'll try to see what I can come up with in the game. A lot of speed there as well. Nitro Tuggle was our top wide receiver prospect. Cole Spear, another wide receiver there. And Jacoby White, another freshman. Tight end room is really solid all around here. Obviously, the main two are going to be Oscar Delp and Ben Jurasek to start off, with Lawson Luckney and Jaden Riddell kind of being the future here. Riddell is obviously a freak athlete, 6'4", 235 with 85 speed. Kind of gives off the early kind of what I would have expected, you know, Brock Bowers to be a couple weeks into his freshman year if this game would have been out with them updating rosters. Offensive line's real strong. Ernest Green should have for this year and hopefully another year. Redshirt sophomore can go. Monroe Freeling, another good left tackle, and Nair Daniels. So left tackle's in a good spot, at least right now, considering the transfer portal. Dylan Fairchild, Micah Morris would be starting for a lot of teams, I'm sure, in this game at guard. Daniel Calhoun's a young freshman. Jared Wilson is taking over for Cedric Van Pran at center, first year starting. Drew Bobo, actually the son of Mike Bobo. And Tate Ratledge is the highest rated guard in the game. We got Kelton Smith Jr. and Marquise Easley behind him. Xavier Truss, I think this is actually his 6th year. Will be starting at right tackle. Bo Hughley, young, super athletic, 6'7", 280. He's a big old kid. Michael Uini, and we got Jamal Merriweather. So a lot of youth there. 3 freshmen gives you a lot of upside for the future. Got Tyrion Ingram Dawkins will be playing a lot for us here left end as a redshirt junior. Kristen Miller, Jamario Yates, Warren Brinson, Jordan Hall, really big body guy. I was super excited to get him out of high school. Jordan Thomas, another, again, huge 6'4", 322. This year Stackhouse kind of shockingly came back. I was almost expecting him to leave, but gives us good starter there at DT. Jamal Jarrett behind him, 6'5", 350. Humongous, gives off Jordan Davis vibes for sure. Xavier McLeod, Namdi Agbako, Jaleel Donald. Michael is kind of seen as the quote-unquote, I wouldn't say star, but I guess the headliner of the front 7. He's been playing defensive end in Athens and now moving to outside linebacker. Chris Cole, David Wilson, young, high upside guy. Probably the guy that gives you, at least in real life, the biggest. Here is Samuel Mbappe. Mpemba, sorry. Soccer Alabama for some reason. Really, really good athlete, but was not quite ready to come in and play right away. Middle linebacker, a lot of speed here. Smell Mondin definitely was surprised coming back. Raylan Wilson, 94 speed. Definitely be a great user. CJ Allen, another guy with good ability. Troy Bowles, another young linebacker that was good to get in his class. His dad's name is escaping me, but he was coaching the NFL for a long time. I think actually still is. Todd Bowles. And then Justin Williams, huge get out of Texas in this class. With a 5-star linebacker, obviously with the 80 overall, is up to an 81. Jalen Walker, one of my favorite players on the team. Real lengthy, long pass rusher. Seeing him in person is a little shocking at how big he is. Chaz Chambliss, pretty good run defender. Not my favorite player ever, but definitely provides value to the team. You got Gabe Harris, another young guy. Quintavious Johnson, obviously an 89 speed. You know, freshman is always nice. And Chris Jones. Johnson's the type that's probably going to end up playing a little more middle linebacker for me, I would think, down the road. Corner, Dalen Everett got picked on a little bit at times last year. Julian Humphrey was big. He looked like he was going to enter the transfer portal, ended up coming back. Daniel Harris, sophomore, another good, talented, fast player. Ellis Robinson, one of the highest rated freshmen in this game. If he's actually not the highest rated, I would guess it would actually be Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State, but Robinson is one of the best cornerback prospects probably of the last decade. Extremely talented kid. Definitely going to be getting him on the field this year. Chris Peel, got DeMello Jones. It's actually from close to my hometown. So we're going to do everything we can to keep DeMello around and get him some playing time. Maybe not this year. Might try to redshirt him, but he'll definitely be getting on the field, next year. I would say for sure, even with the youth of this cornerback room. Really, if you look at it, got 4 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a junior, and I would expect all of them to be back next year. The big headliner here is Malachi Starks. Jonell Aguaro, I think, is actually going to be playing a pretty good bit this year. Might give him a shot at strong safety over Dan Jackson, but we'll take a look at that. KJ Bolden, 5-star prospect, flipped on early signing day. Had Ja'Cory Thomas Jr. played sparingly, hasn't played a ton, but has played a pretty good little bit for us. Justin Rhett, another redshirt freshman. Dan Jackson, senior, done his time, almost for sure going to Aguaro there. Jake Pope is an Alabama transfer. And we got Dre Hooks. So kicker, got Woodring, I'm sure, for a couple of years, I would imagine. And Brett Thorson and Noah Jones is 2 punters, so really just Thorson. So we'll just kind of come down here and take a look and see what we're maybe thinking about doing as far as red shirts. Glizny will go ahead and try to red shirt. Chauncey, I just don't see playing. We'll redshirt Arrington as well. Let this 5 be our main guys here. Wide receiver, probably, definitely going to try to redshirt the guys down here at the bottom, get another year for Spear. These will probably be the main guys with a mix of these 2, I would guess. Evans, I'm almost for sure going to have at both of my return spots. Probably will not redshirt Riddell. Just kind of see how the season works out. Try to redshirt Daniels. We'll go ahead and try Calhoun. Try to get these linemen utilize their redshirts while we have upperclassmen everywhere else. Yates, definitely Thomas. That's going to be probably tough. We'll leave the red shirt off Yates right now. Plays and play. Ogboko we'll try to keep around. Let these guys play. I just don't know how much Williams will play here. This year we'll leave him off though and see what happens. Chris Jones will try to redshirt. Mello already was 77. That's insane. We'll leave all these guys. We'll see what happens with that. Definitely going to find ways to get Bolden on the field. Plan on playing Aguaro at strong safety. We'll try to redshirt Hooks. We're back to the main page. The game is gorgeous, man. Let's go ahead and move Aguaro over to strong safety. Go ahead and get him over there. Kick return. There's a lot of speed there. Love is going to be probably the most peppered wide receiver with targets, I would guess. So we'll leave him there. Third round running back will definitely be ETN. Power running back, I'm kind of debating using this as, so with no formation subs, I'm trying to figure out ways to get all these guys on the field without having to constantly go to the depth chart. So I'll probably move Branson into that, and I'll use, actually, let's do Roderick as my power back. That'll automatically put him in things, and I'll use Branson as my running back 2, and I can just use the mini formation subs, I guess. We'll do. Definitely won't love it playing the slot more often. Would love to get Humphreys to also for sure. There. Let's use Jalen Walker Love Jalen Walker as a pass rusher in real life, so definitely use him there. That's good. Definitely those guys there. Slide. You know what? Let's just put the young guy here to start off with. We'll just kind of go from there. Ellis or Daniel Harris, we'll kind of let those guys play that spot out. So, yeah, so Daniel Harris will still be on the field a lot. But really want to get Ellis on the field. Stud. Go to Carson Beck. I'm going to do Branson there so I can get him into the game some as well. Rod Robinson with that speed at his side is insane. It looks good to me for now. Might see both of those being bigger body types. Got in, we'll roll with that. Yep. So I think we're ready to go as far as the depth chart. We'll do some recruiting. Look at that. Just gonna roll with the regular schedule that's in here. So. Sorry, I'm kind of letting the Reese talk to him in my ears. So, golly, he's talking a lot. All right, so obviously starting out with Georgia, you can see at the top right, 1,250 hours. I would imagine is the most you can have at the game in this time. What's up, McCalvin? And thanks for checking in, my buddy. Yo. We'll just kind of do this position by position again. I'm trying to, bring in at least a quarterback in every class. Boom, right off the top. Got a 5-star guy, top 32 guy in the class here in Deontay Riggs out of Tallahassee, Florida. Is one of the pipelines for us. Is Florida 6'4", 194. Listed as an athlete, but obviously with the tendency of scrambler. Definitely down to put him on the board, and we'll give him a look. Let's see. Javier Pride, scrambler out of Mora, Georgia. Bigger I think the pink pipeline is actually like the highest grade that we have there. So if you're ranking him by this, you got another 5-star guy. A little lower in interest on him. I'm trying to decide if it's more realistic, and certainly I'll be diving more into this whenever I do a smaller school dynasty, but kind of trying to utilize the interest as a way to look at guys that you're obviously as if you were recruiting them throughout their time in high school, right? So a guy like Riggs, in my mind, in headcanon, to me, this is a guy that we've obviously been recruiting for a while, right? Maybe Eli here is more of a guy that we're a little bit later to get on, but obviously him being a 5-star certainly not going to hurt to take a look at him. Maybe the only way. Okay, so the only way I can see their top schools and stuff is through this. So once I add them, we'll add Eli. Obviously, can't hard to complain much when it comes to a 5-star quarterback, but I think this Deontay Riggs, unless his stats just don't look good. Thank you. Knock it down to 55. That sound a little better? We'll add both these guys and we'll just take a look, but I think my focus is probably going to be with being first on this guy's list unless the attributes just don't play out. Let me know how that sounds, McAlvin. Running back, definitely got some guys here if you pull up your team needs. Got 7 in total. No seniors, though I would expect ETN to probably leave. Got some youth here, but we'll see kind of what's on the board. Don't like how it knocks me back all the way to it. We'll list these. I don't really know how I was listing them. Obviously, number 8 guy in the country here, and Tavares Tobias out of Tennessee, power back, 5'10", 233, kind of fits the mold of what I'm looking for. One second. Yeah, I think it's probably a good decision, McAlvin, to knock the music down a little bit, and then maybe jump it up a little bit whenever I'm actually in game. Let's just let's do this. Let me know how that sounds now, McAlvin, whenever you get a second. So yeah, Tavares Tobias obviously is another athlete here. Has us 3rd on his board. Derek Sermon, guy out of Butler, Georgia. Another 5-star, has us 1st. Looks like they would be great complementary backs, actually. You know, more of the elusive guy with the power guy in here. We'll just kind of jot some of these guys in. I'll go ahead and go after Glenn Easy as well. A little white boy out of Louisiana. I'm sure they're gonna make me recruit. It's gonna make me. I guess I don't have to. I can get like a blocking tight end. So we'll come back to fullback. I'm not overly worried about that at all. Wide receiver, again, I don't know how it's ranking. Ranks I got it in this order. It's not even done. But we'll do it by rank. 5'8", 180. Doesn't. I mean, obviously you can fill a role with that. I'm not super enthused at that size. Obviously, I can use a guy like Lovett, but he would have to be Frisbee. He would have to be a blazer for me to really push for that, because I'd have to like package him into things and give him very specific looks. But we'll target him for right now. Mike McPherson, Lawrenceville, already has us in his top 3 to start off with. 6'1", 168, route runner tendencies, kind of what I'm looking for. Route runner also for Grigsby. That's what that's for. Theo Lombardi, route runner, 6'2", 180 from Florida. Kind of like running back, looking for kind of a mixture of things. Don't really have a tendency that I'm specifically looking for when it comes to wide receivers. Just kind of want a mixed bag, like this Kenny Boys kid. 6'4", 203 is a deep threat from Ocala. Seems good. Got to go over Dexter Dallas, the Athens kid. We'll kind of fill some of these in. I'll take a look at these top 2, kind of see what they look like. And definitely the Boyce and Dexter kid here. Tight end, again, not a huge need, but it's Georgia, so I'll make something work here. So blocking tight end, blocking vertical threat, definitely more what I'm looking for. We'll take a look at, let's see, we'll look at Ian, start off with. Then if I did want to, back to that. I'll probably go through the offense, pick guys out, and then do a little scouting on them, and then we'll work on the defense after that. Tackle, again, is not a huge need for us, with some youth there. 2 sophomores and a freshman. And again, what this does is kind of show what you're looking at for next year. So yeah, 1 senior. We got 5 seniors at wide receiver, so definitely would not hurt to take a couple of those guys there. Tight end, balance all the way across. Left tackle, we've got some youth, but never a bad spot with the blind side for most of your quarterbacks. Definitely looking at. So yeah, it looks like it's the same with 2 tight ends. We'll fill out the some offensive line here. Let's put that back to offensive tackle. Agile, always good. More of a zone block guy anyway, which typically works out with that tendency. So big body, 6'8", 328. Louisiana, I don't know how well that would work out for us from a pipeline perspective. Look at this guy from Georgia. Another 4-star guy out of Augusta. We'll just kind of take a look at some of these. I'm almost wanting to, like, again, kind of focus on the guys that have us a little bit more higher ranked early on. Kind of, I guess, especially with this being the first year, you know, kind of taking the bit more of an easy route, I guess. If guys are already super interested in you, and then you invest the time, and then to me that kind of points to them really wanting to be here. So, not really a whole lot of guards that are listed under recommended, and again, obviously you can tab this to where it's, you know, top prospects, any states essentially. We're kind of using the recommended for right now. We'll kind of bounce back and forth if I feel the need to do so, but I really like the way things kind of stand right now. Probably would have to do something with guard, almost for sure, because the recommended is not giving me a lot. Let's go ahead. So, deal breaker here, proximity to home. That's kind of why some of these guys are not showing up. It's just not a very good guard class, actually. Okay, this guy's completely shut us out. Targeting him, so that's why this guy's not showing up for us, is that deal breaker on the bottom right. He wants to stay closer to home, and Athens is a long way from the Bronx, so we'll just kind of peruse here. Cocoa, Florida. We'll take a gander. We'll throw this Maldonado guy on there as well from North Carolina. Big body guards here as well. That 5-star pass protector, 6'4", 333. And not a super need at center, but if there's somebody that stands out, we'll Lawrenceville, Georgia, 4-star. Alright, so let's go. We'll take a look at let's see, I should be able to go ahead. So this is the first guy that I added. 5-star athlete that at 6'4", 194 with the scrambler tendency. Obviously looks looks like an athletic quarterback. So we'll just, with all the time that I do have, we'll go ahead and 100% scout him. He is a gem. First player. Mitchell's got a team player. Got the magician ability, which I'm not super familiar with what that is. All platform. 92. Big speed guy. So this guy would be the big body is an understatement for sure. So Riggs would be kind of the ideal, you know, if I wanted to run more of a read option team, would be great. I mean, big arm, pretty decent under pressure. Accuracy is okay. Would certainly like to sit him for a year to work on the accuracy if at all possible, but we will really no point in debating that. We'll go ahead and offer him a scholarship. And can't do really any of the other stuff until we get through this, but I can go ahead and tell you this is a guy that we want, right? Let's see. So as I'm doing this, so we don't know what any of his pitches are, so something that's always worth noting, you know, you can tell, I guess, on the other screen kind of what their deal breakers are, but like for this guy, it may be playing time. You got to be careful kind of taking a look at all these quarterbacks and stuff. Adding too many on there can scare them off. With what we have in the quarterback room, though, let's see, what does it actually say? Deal breaker is coach received, which for some reason I have an A+ as a new one. Justin Fields 2.0. I probably won't have him on the punt team. Shout out to Kirby, though. We'll go ahead and give Eli a look here. See what he's got. Mobile, dead-eye, pull-down ability, the natural team player. Not as strong as an arm, more of a pocket passer, but does have some mobility. Accuracy is definitely better. But short and deep are pretty solid there. You don't get the medium. It's not one of his top two skills. Again, don't really see the point in not offering him a scholarship. So we'll do that. We're 5th on him, so I'm definitely going to push for Riggs more, kind of get that. And he's a gem, so he should be, I would guess, somewhere in the 80 overall range. So we'll take a look at that. Again, Tobias was the kind of the running back we were looking at. We're 3rd. He's out of Tennessee. If Tennessee really pushes for him, he'll probably be tough, but I'm all about it. Already comes with really good abilities. The workhorse and the downhill. The workhorse helps out with the wear and tear. Downhill helps with the more of a natural runner, you know, with these big body guys and just trying to run over them. So definitely fits there. Good carrying, good stiff arm, really solid speed. Yeah, this is a guy. This is not crazy agility, but 86 strength, 88. Yeah, this is 87 trucking. This guy's gonna be a monster. For him as well. And this is Sermon out of Butler, Georgia, is kind of the guy that I was looking at as more of the. I'm hoping he's a speedster. Somebody I can get the ball to in space. The Glenn Easy kid is actually a receiving back, but this elusive back, if he's got decent handles at all, decent hands, I can work with it. Got a good 360 ability, 91 speed. Not overly fast, but definitely has the agility and change of direction that you're looking for. Good carrying, good juke move. We'll offer him some. He loves us too. Glenn Easy is not like a superstar. He's got good size though. Let's see. He's a gem. Okay. And he's got good mentals already. Road dog, I believe, is probably going to be a composure thing on the road. Fan favorite's going to be something like that, safety valve. So he's got a good ability as far as a receiving back. Yeah. So just with him being a 4-star gem, it's not ranked too much lower than Sermon, despite Sermon being a 5-star. That means, you know, Easy should be a 5-star talent. What do you think, McCalvin? Which one do I drop? If I had to drop one, you drop Sermon or you drop Easy? While you're thinking about that, I'll jump around over here to these wide receivers. Let's see. Got us number 1, 5'8". Again, I'm really worried about that size and kind of the way that I would have to play. You know, it needs to be fast. To be honest, it needs to be fast. It's not that fast. Yep, he's a bust. Okay. That's why you do the scouting, boys and girls. So, still means that he's going to be a good player. You know, everything that I read, at least straight from their deep dive, was that, you know, a 5-star bust was still a 4, you know, still essentially a 4-star, so a good player, but at that size, that speed, I'm probably out on him. I mean, he's not even a, you know, he's not a great deep route runner. Obviously, you would want him running more underneath, and he's not great at that. He's more of a like 5-star developmental almost wide receiver that I have to find a way to get the ball to. So, not going to offer him a scholarship. Not going to offer him a scholarship right now. We'll kind of see how that plays out. McPherson has a 2 about it. So that's 17. That would leave me 18. So we'll keep Brisby on. I could probably make something work with him, but we'll come back and see. If I really like these other wide receivers, I may kind of take a look back at that pool again. But we'll have him right here. McPherson's a 5-star gem. So this is got 6'1", 168, so obviously he's a little thin, but 92 acceleration, 91 speed. Route running is okay. It's about the same as Brisby, but it gives you better size. Similar release to him as well. Good catching, good agility. Yeah. Try to bring Pearson on. Pipeline certainly helps as well. That'll probably be somebody I would imagine that we get. I'll be going to invest a lot into him. Dallas, 4-star, hometown kid. He'd have to be pretty terrible to not give him a little love. But he's just a regular 4-star, team player, natural, very similar route running, the best deep route runner of all of these, of the three that we've looked at so far. All of them have had very similar speed. Well, look at that. First commit, Dexter Dallas. Obviously, they can't decommit. What is his deal breakers? So, now it does not tell me his deal breakers. Proximity to home, something that cannot change. Dexter Dallas is going to be a dog. That's awesome. Heck yeah. Didn't even have to spend any more recruiting points on him. So, right off the rip, 6'2", 196, good size. Very similar route running to the 2 5-stars above him with similar speed and agility. Great first get for sure. Ecstatic, I would guess he would be. Obviously not super familiar right now with the overalls and stuff on this game, but I would guess to be a mid-70s, maybe low to start off with, but yeah, I like that a lot. Kenny Boyce, this is the deep threat, 6'4", 203 out of Ocala. As his number 2 behind Alabama, which is always great. Let's just see. 94 speed, 79 deep route. So this is the yeah, just a regular 4-star guy, but pretty much has everything you're looking for there. Yeah, plenty of time, the natural. Again, not exactly sure what all these mentals stand for. It doesn't just point it out to you there. Over him scholarship as well. Now we're to our lone tight end that I'm looking at here in Okua Yanonu. A little bit down on his board. He's a vertical threat at the tight end position. Is something I'm really looking for with how deep our tight end position already is. Obviously, your second deal can leave, so I could be kicking myself later on for not really pursuing more. But we'll kind of take a look and see what this guy has got. Really good acceleration, good agility, really good speed. So this is essentially another Jaden Riddell without quite this size. So should be a really, this will be a guy I'm investing a lot in. Definitely him. Go ahead and offer him a scholarship. Again, the only person so far I have not is this Brisby. I'm worried about not having this like super athleticism combo for his height. Catching is not outstanding. Run down to tackle. This is Spencer Kuma, has us number 1 on the board. Got really good all around finesse blocking. Impact is okay. Run blocking in general is okay. Pass blocking is definitely a better pass blocker in general. Did not get the commit there. Najee Chosen. Number 1 school for him out of Bainbridge. Okay. He's more of a 3-star. So, kind of selfishly, this being a Georgia guy, that makes him more of a 3-star. We'll keep him on the board, but not going to offer him a scholarship right now. going to shoot for the moon here, especially early. And another bust. So I'm going to kind of hang out on him as well. I had to offer one a little bit farther along for Alex. That would probably be a guy that you could get to commit pretty quick. We'll go for AJ Mix. Take a look at him. Pass protector, right guard. Again, has his number 1. Come on, give me somebody that sticks. Okay, so 4-star. Not a bust. I'll offer him the scholarship. Did not commit. So right now of our tackles, we've only offered 1. But back, Ronald Wicks out of Florida has us 3. We're obviously going to be battling the Florida schools here. It looks like you got your 2 big national powers in Georgia and Alabama. Florida State is rebounding. This kid also just being a Florida kid, obviously loves the Gators as well. A lot of really big programs, though, in his top 8. Take a look, see what we got. He is also not so probably definitely going to take a look at the defense first, and then we, depending on what I'm looking at there, may kind of bounce back to the offensive line. But so far as the guys they've recommended that I was more higher up on their list, it's not been crazy so far. Maldonado, only 3 schools in his pipeline tier. I'm getting awful close to the halfway point on my hour, so Ty would just go. So, we'll offer him scholarship. Sorry to stay true. They did the same thing with Whitaker here out of Lawrence, Georgia. Alright. So, right now, with debate kind of going back and looking at left tackle, I think it's saying I need to get a couple tackles. So probably would still not hurt to offer these guys. We'll kind of come back and take a look at that. We'll focus on the defense real quick, but having a need at tackle, when I've got a couple of guards I like, I got a center that I like, guards I would still need another guard. So even I like Wiggs, so I need to come back and look at this. It could be something we look at in the transfer portal later on. I like the young group of guys that we have, so we'll be looking more for depth, but we'll see. That way, it may not be a bad idea to kind of push for some of these guys. So go to on the defensive side. Team needs defense. Saying I need three DNs, 3 linebackers. I guess I'm running the 3-4. So strong safety, middle linebacker. We'll start off DN. Kind of expecting this to be something that we should have a lot of guys. And number 68 player Lyle Pounds out of Ellenwood, speed rusher. Really more of an outside linebacker in the scheme that I'm trying to run, so not super crazy about that, but could always move him around, so we'll at least add him to the board. For some size, Mike Bowen, power rusher, got a good 3-4 size that you're looking for. Add him to the list. 293 AJ Michaels from Hampton, has his first overall. 4-star guy. That's kind of what you're looking for there. Even David Odom, a little bit farther down his board, but 266, 276. Him being from Buford, which most of the time actually hates coming to Georgia. Not usually the best thing for us, but I'll tell you what, because I need bodies here. We'll add these two guys that have us first. Defensive tackle, again, not a super need, but how do you pass up the 5th ranked player in the country and the 17th ranked player in the country? Like, a little small from what you would want from a nose tackle, but in a 3-4 scheme. But I can rock with this. These guys they look like, if they look like what their star rating is, they'll be solid players. Outside linebacker, second. Not a whole bunch of people really craving to come to Georgia. Pass coverage, not really what I'm wanting out of my outside linebackers, just based on the way the game works. They may end up doing that to an extent, but definitely not what I'm really looking for there. This is more what I'm looking for. Is the pass power rusher here, good size too. Could always move Callaway inside, so we're putting him on the board. There, pass coverage. Lawrenceville as his first, put him there. We'll add this guy because he has us first, and he could be somebody I can move inside with MLB being the linebacker being a big need for us. Not really sure what kind of tendency I'm looking for when it comes to this. When it comes to Madden, I've always been more of a field general type that can kind of do both to an extent. So a guy like Lyle Rowland here out of Alpharetta, board has his first already. Another guy, Xavier Scruggs, would be good to have two, separate strengths there at a middle linebacker. So Scruggs and Rowland, definitely add them first for them. So, Matt Coffey is another guy from Georgia, is a 3-star. I could probably come back and swoop in on him later though. Cornerback, not a huge need, as y'all saw. I've redshirted several freshmen there, have 0 need. So just kind of see what we see here. So, how do you pass up? I think my ideal, way, kind of mix it up obviously between the zone and man. I probably would like to run more man, just don't know how this works. What's up, Cade? We also have McCalvin in here who I work with. I don't know if you've met him or not yet. Appreciate you stopping by. I know you're enjoying vacation. So, obviously, 3 5-star cornerbacks. Add them to the list. Then we'll finish up. Let's see. Could always move safeties over, right? 5-star. I need to take some people off the board, I think. Lynn Easy's a GM. He's got me number 1. He's got me number 3. I think I'm taking this 5-star off the board. He's a bust. He's 5'8". That's what we're gonna roll with. Take him off right now. I need to get a couple of these. I did get a commit without even having to play a game or throw anything else at him. 4-star wide receiver. Which one of these do I like? I'm gonna take off Najir Chosen. He's not as big on the influence right here as Rashid is. It'd be easier to recruit Shaheed if I decided to. He's closer to commitment. So we'll take Chosen off of there. That gives me 4 spots now. Let's just see. Free safety. 5 stars. Bound. Run support. Either one of these guys can play strong side. Fix 1, 2, or 4 probably fits the bill better, but then both being run support guys definitely points to that more than what I'm looking for my free safety. So we'll have both of them. And I'm gonna add Hobbs first. take a look at the athletes, see if there's anything that's in particular standing out. I've already got obviously the two big guys, with Riggs being the top quarterback, top target that I have, and Tobias is obviously the third guy. No real, no safety types here. Okay. So we'll hop back here, and I'll add lead. We'll take a look at here. So haven't scouted any of these guys. Lyle Pounds from Ellenwood, Georgia. A regular 4-star. He's a speed rusher, really strong. Let's start off with scholarship. A little bit lower on Mike Bowen on his list. So he is more of a 3-star guy. So he's probably somebody that's going to be coming off the board. We're lower on his list anyway. Hounds is probably more of an outside linebacker anyway. So Michael's here. Got us number 1. Give me another commit. So Michael's definitely getting the scholarship. Got the good size. Run stopper is always good in the SEC. Kevin Coxey, another defensive end, has a 1. We've got Scotland here. He's also more of a 3-star out of Buford. We don't want him anyway, do we, Cade? Not really the size I'm looking for at defensive end anyway. So Quincy Keys, 1 4-star out of Atlanta. It's kind of getting tight on the size, but certainly not beggars, but we'll roll with that. Defensive tackle, 5-star out of Atlanta. That is a 5-star Jim. So this is an outstanding football player. He'll be moving way up to the top of our list. As is number 1 now, which certainly helps. That is another outstanding hit. Marcus Keene, 5-star guy. This one's from Michigan. Yeah, almost impossible, I'm sure, to this guy. Not any good anyway. So, not that he's not good. He's more of a 4-star prospect. It looks like in that pipeline with Michigan. I don't know what his deal breaker is brain exposure. So we got that, but depending on what the rest of his, depending on what the rest of what he's looking for, that may be tough. Now moving over to outside linebacker Callaway. This is a pass coverage guy when you have need at that middle linebacker. So could always move him inside. He's more of a 3-star prospect. Doesn't really fit the bill. I'll see what the like. Holiday here. North Carolina. Also not a prospect. Okay, so it's a power rusher. Fits more of the 3-4 scheme that I want to run here. So go ahead and offer him a scholarship. He's got us number 1. Got a good pipeline with him. Deal breaker, pro potential. As long as we use him, that's not a big problem with him. Kind of see on what I'm eyeballing on these two. He's a power rusher with 81 power moves already. Solid strength. This is not a bad player at all. He's got the quick jump is not bad. I'll offer him a scholarship. See if we can work something out with that. Callaway is probably going to be tougher for me to want to grab because he's going. I'm sure whenever he gets moved to position, he's probably going to drop in awareness. Siaki Craycraft. Pass coverage guy. Could also be a guy we'll have to just move to middle linebacker. hate how some of these guys actually have us first. We'll throw a scholarship his way, and we get our second commitment. Not as exciting as the wide receiver was, but this is a guy that I should be able to move inside. 77 zone, 85 speed, 6 foot 235. Good tackle, good acceleration. He looks more. I mean, even if you didn't see the tendency at the top, this is the kind of guy that looks like a pass coverage linebacker. So this will be a guy that immediately, will move into middle linebacker before he ever steps foot on campus. So something I can work with there. He's got enough athleticism. He probably will be a better player with me controlling him than he actually is, but roll with that. I don't have to spend any more recruiting points on. So Lyle Rowland, again, we have big need at middle linebacker. We need to bring in 3. We've already got a guy in Craig Kraft who is going to get moved to inside linebacker. So if Rowland and Scruggs are both solid, that would be great, because then I could just kind of push for them and keep it moving. 9 acceleration, 87 speed, 86 tackle, 81 pursuit. Zone coverage is not super great, but pretty well rounded. 71 block shedding kind of worries me a little bit when it comes to being a run defender, but again, we're first on his board. Xavier Scruggs from Buford, or definitely more of a pass coverage type. If I were to see good pursuit and stuff here, that would be good block shedding, real solid. 84 tackles strong, 75 zone coverage. More of a 3-star prospect. Probably still going to offer him a scholarship, I would guess. 89 acceleration, 86 speed. We can rock with that. Even if he's a little less talented. Need some bodies there. Then this defensive back group looks just insane. So man-to-man, cornerback Trent Hendricks out of Kennesaw. Boom, 5-star gem. It's going to be another outstanding player. We're top at his board. We're offering him a scholarship. This is 90 agility. Not a great tackler. 65 tackles, a bit of a struggle. The 63 awareness, obviously, with computer controlling him most of the time, is not going to be great to start off with, but 93 speed, 91 change of direction. Play rec could definitely do better. He's more of a certainly fits the bill as a man-to-man specialist that is a bit raw. At least it seems like, with that awareness and play rec. But good hands. Not a great press guy, despite being 6'2", 203. But that's what we're looking for. All right, so this is more of a zone cornerback here in DeMarcus Rourke out of Loganville, Georgia. A lot of good players in the class. 88 change of direction, 91 speed, 90 acceleration. Very, very bad tackler, but does have 80 zone. Decent enough man coverage. That's kind of the interesting thing about Hendricks, is that his zone was not showing up as a top 10 skill that I've. But Rourke likes us. We'll give him a scholarship. Let me come back and check this. Yeah, no zone coverage in here for him. That kind of worries me with it not being a top 10 skill for him, but him being a 5-star gem, we're all over that. Gem. 5-star RJ Dorsey from Brentwood, Tennessee. As a second, he's probably be an uphill climb going against Tennessee. Solid enough player. Blanket coverage as an ability. Yeah, 86 press. Wow. 92 speed. Yeah, that's a scholarship. Got Gerald Flynn. Go ahead and hit him with the whole thing. 5-star guy. Well, I have 60 hours left with 3 players. So let's do, 10. Run support. A great player there. Alright, so I only have 20 hours left. If I want to offer these scholarships, I need to make a decision. So, free safety, more of a run support guy. So we'd probably end up moving to strong safety, where I have a need anyway. 89 speed, Zone coverage isn't super strong, but you can live with that. It's strong safety, hit power. Yeah, this is a guy that I can play. I can play him safety, no problem. Reggie Hobbs, another run support guy. Yeah, you would think we would want to play a strong safety. 87 acceleration, 81 hit power. 75 zone. 5'10". We're probably, yeah, we'll go ahead and fully scout this guy. This is the more natural strong safety. I only have room for one more scholarship offer, as far as this is concerned. I'll give it to Kate. We'll hold off on Bob's right now. So that's your recruiting board. Again, I already have 2 commits. I don't know if, yeah, we'll go ahead and give me the top class in the country. 2 4-stars. Again, they are Dexter Dallas, guy out of Athens, a hometown kid. So pretty good ball player. Looks pretty solid across the board with decent athleticism at really good size. And then you come down here to Craig Craft's the guy that's going to move immediately to middle linebacker with really good athleticism and pretty good zone to start off with. I mean, this is going to be a pretty good 4-star, I think, right here. So that gets us started with that. We will we'll take a look at custom schedule. Again, the week 0 we're open. So I'm just using the exact schedule that they do in real life. So Clemson in the Aflac kickoff game, playing the Pandas. Shout out to Not the Expert. Got a game on the road at Kentucky, then the bye week at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Got home games against Auburn, Mississippi State, then go to Texas. Brutal stretch there. Bye week, Jacksonville for the Georgia-Florida game. Then we got a road trip to number 5 ranked Ole Miss. Get Tennessee at home, UMass, Georgia Tech, Army-Navy week, and then SEC championship. Really nice how they did the Army-Navy week there by itself. That's very cool. Top stories. Let's see. Carson Beck's All-American. I know he's in the top 5 in the preseason Heisman watch. Michael Williams also preseason American. There's Carson Beck with the Heisman watch. Heisman Trophy watch in general, just so I don't have to click on that screen later. Ollie Gordon, Shador Sanders, Sean Judkins, Travis Hunter, and Carson Beck. Upgrade coach skills. Let's see if there's anything that I can do. So, recruiter, advanced quarterbacks. Oh, that would have been great to go ahead and do this beforehand. So, we will go ahead and purchase that one. That way, the next time I get points, I'll go ahead and most influential. Really like to get that scrambler type quarterback. Haven't played with them in a while, but the read option was crazy in the old NCAA game. So glad to see that. We'll just roll through the top 25 right quick. On the old games, it used to be the coaches poll that they would actually show in the game. We'll do media. Georgia, Ohio State, Texas, of course, who we play. Oregon, Ole Miss, who we play. And Alabama, who we play. So 3 of the top 6 teams in the country we play on the road. So very excited to go with that. Penn State, Notre Dame, Michigan, Missouri, Florida State, Utah, LSU, Oklahoma, Tennessee, who we play at home. Arizona, Clemson, who we play in week 1. Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Louisville, Kansas, NC State, Miami, Texas A&M, and USC to finish things off. If you kind of look at the overalls, it's definitely a widespread, right? You got a team down as far as an 81. Georgia's listed at a 91, so a nice little spread across the top 25. And we'll just do preseason All-American. I don't know. Oh, you can do this. See. So, preseason first-team All-Americans, again, Beck, Tate Ratledge, Michael Williams. Second team, we do have Dylan Fairchild on that. Malachi Starks on the second team, preseason All-American. And just for SEC, a lot of guys: Beck, Trevor, Etienne, Delp, Fairchild, Ratledge, Stackhouse, Williams, Everett, Malachi Starks, Brett Thorson. Second team, we got Xavier Truss. Yeah, that's it. So we'll advance to week 1, and again, just running 8-minute quarters, All-American to start off with. No other sliders. Just kind of going to get into the game, not messing around with any XP or gameplay sliders. None of that stuff right now. Just base game. So we're going to advance to the next week. So this will be an opportunity for us to change. Oh, actually, I should have seen, I guess, who was in danger of transferring there. So bye week, don't have anything here. Again, the top stories are Florida State, Georgia Tech playing in do a little recruiting. So at 1,000 hours for the base per week, which is we'll go ahead and we're kind of throwing the book here at Riggs. Go ahead and kind of tell you that, guys, that now. We'll kind of play around with this. So I got 34 players on my target list. So if I wanted to just do the math, I could roughly do 30 hours between them. I could probably do 25 on all of them. So we'll do that for right now. Probably do contact for all of these guys, and then go from there. Probably only going to take one of these quarterbacks. So definitely want to throw the focus on Riggs. So why don't we do this? I want this guy bad. We're going to actually send the house. I'll do that. And just send the house. So when I send the house and every available resource, on that. Your friends and family. We will do kind of speak. This is kind of what I'm doing right now for all of these guys. Don't have to do anything to him, which is nice. Let's see if I jumped up. Oh wow, jumped way up for Ian here. I'm gonna butcher that last name probably forever. We jumped all the way up to number 1 for him. We're actually okay, kind of up and down on some of these boards, but we've haven't gone down anywhere at least yet. So did offer this guy a scholarship. Family. I need tackles. I'll go ahead and offer him a scholarship. We'll just roll with that. I'll just DM the player for this guy right now. I'd rather save those points for somebody else. Roland Wicks did not have a scholarship. We need the bodies. Let's go ahead and do that. Well. Calvin, what you doing right now? I know you own the game. I need to know what you're doing, though. Gotta decide whether or not I want to do this. That's not well. Just do the player for him. This was a 5-star gem at defensive tackle. We're just gonna skip the BS. We're sending the house for this guy immediately. He's gonna be a relations player. Callaway, pass coverage wasn't great. Taking him off the board. So I've already offered this guy a scholarship. Hey, how's the weather down there, bud? Yeah, just kind of running through this 5-star gym. Definitely gonna throw 25 hours at him. This is Warren Hendricks bad though. Rourke again, number 1 from him. Send some bodies at him. Very interesting, you know, to try to do this when you have less to offer for sure. Looking forward to that in future dynasties. This Hodge guy would offer him a scholarship. Still, so I still got 220 hours to play with. As I am looking kind of at our board here. 2 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Really outside of this king guy, which I'll throw him a bone here. Really high up on a lot of these guys. This would be, I think, an outstanding class. Don't really know how much more you would want to dive in and spend time on, you know, on trying to scout other guys. Not really a whole lot of busts in here. Got a couple of guys on the, you know, a couple guys in here that should at least be solid players I think I could work with. So I think the big thing is, you know, got 195 hours left. I really want this Deontay Riggs kid. I think this is the 92 throw power. I mean, that's football with his speed. I mean, this is a guy. This is a guy for sure. And the only thing that would really worry me would be, you know, him transferring out later, because this is the guy. We're gonna throw. Let's see. Can I do 2? Yeah, I can. So the only thing I can do, I can't double that up. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. So, since I'm more interested in him, more interested in Riggs versus Eli here, I'm gonna keep throwing the house here at Riggs. I think it's this Tobias. This is the guy that I really like. Right? 91, 92 speed. Move this. We're gonna send the house at Tobias and see if I can really make a push up his board here. We're real tight behind Clemson and Tennessee. I want this guy running back. 100%. Lynn Easy. LSU's kind of tough right there. We will knock this off. I will send the house to him as well. And I did really like this boys kid. 6'4", 77, 94 speed, 79. This is kind of a guy here as well. So we're going to take 25. Send the house. I need him. Partisan in the house of him. Hendricks, we're going to take away the friends and family. We're going to send the house his way as well. So let's make sure that all of my gems are going. Pearson was a 5-star. So we're going to send the house at him as well. Definitely throwing the hours around to some of these high-end guys. Let's see. take away the DM here. I'll give him we will get rid of friends down here, and I will send the house. Take away the 10 here. Go ahead and send the friends and family there. I think that's going to be it for right now. Here, let's go ahead. Let's take off the DM here. Spend all these available points, and we will take a look. I will advance this week. We'll get ready to play Clemson, and yeah, first game of the Dynasty, man. Let's see what we got here. Deontay has reached his top 8. Oh. So Cash Jones is the guy that's at risk of transferring way down the depth chart at running back. Super big deal there. Anything really changed? Nobody has committed. We're obviously still in all of these guys' top 8 schools and stuff. Anybody going to the top 5? Top 5 is when you can start scheduling them visits. So nobody has done that yet. Ooh, a little nervous. Get a little nervous. So got a big jump on Riggs, which is great. That's awesome. Exactly what we want. Really falling behind here on Eli. I think I might end up just kind of calling it to somebody. I know I spent some. Yeah, nobody's. Obviously, I really want Riggs anyway. So Eli kind of turning us down. It looks like here. I think it's pretty safe to say we're not landing. This high-end quarterback. Moved all the way up for DeVaris. Awesome. It's great. Let's take a look and see. So I've got a little bit more information on some of these guys, which is a major positive. So I can get up to 60 hours. Let's make sure. That was the thing that I missed. So I'm sending. Okay, so with the athletes and stuff, I can, or with running backs, I can get up to 60 points for them. So we are clicking all the wrong buttons. Already an hour and a half into the stream. Definitely want him. Sermon, we're falling down the board, so going all in with these other 2 running backs here. So as you can see, in case you have the same question I do, right? So I've already kind of sent the house at this guy, but if you look at to the right side, kind of towards the top, you see a 60/60 right there by the clock. That's how many hours you can actually invest into that player in a given week. So my running backs, I can do 60. For the rest of these guys, I can do 50. Mike McPherson down, struggling with that. I don't really know what else to do. I'm throwing everything I got at him, so sometimes you just can't. Kenny Boyce, looks like that's all dogs. That'll be a battle. I think I win. Really, UCF jumped me. We'll throw another 5 on him for right now. Actually, we'll just go ahead and we'll call off our run at Jason here. Throwing everything I got at Riggs, and I will throw a couple of more hours at, let's just take this off and take this off. We'll just send the house at this tight end. See if we can't get him on board. So I can also add up to 60 points on my tackles. Way ahead for him. Losing out on Rashid here. Bad. We'll hang tight before I make any changes. AJ Mix looks like it's a battle between us and NC State. Wicks, we're second. Auto. Yeah, AJ Michaels, guy I really wanted anyway. Yeah, in a good spot with recruiting, it looks like. Early on here. So I'm going to use the restroom right quick and we'll get the season started, guys. Be right back. All right, we're back. We're gonna get the Dynasty started officially. Just gonna rock with the playing Georgia Reds, and get things moving. He missed nothing, Mr. Cade. All we did was a little recruiting, my brother. Now I'll turn up the game volume a little bit. Yes. Whew. A little nervous and excited though. A top 20 matchup. Clemson comes in, ranked number 17. We'll get done with this kickoff. We'll take a look at the offense, and then whenever I get the ball, we'll take a look at their defense, kind of give a brief overview of them. definitely can feel the nervousness. Only played 2 games so far, 2.5 games roughly. So last time we met up, you know, it was Georgia's first national championship of the two-peat. Beat them largely thanks to a pick 6. Well, completely due to a pick 6. Both the defenses really dominated. So yeah, let's go take a look at Clemson. Cade Klubnik was a high-end, I think he was the #1 quarterback recruit in his class. Not really lived up to expectations, but a solid overall athlete. Kind of gives you a little bit of everything. The Christopher Vizinia kid, again, true freshman, super highly rated. You see they don't have really a whole lot beyond that. Running back Phil Maffa, big body, tough to bring down, was a really good combination with Will Shipley from last year. Got Jarvis Green. Nothing super crazy really here behind Phil Maffa. Wide receiver, you got Tyler Brown, Antonio Williams, a really good ball player. Troy Stellato. TJ Moore was a high-end freshman recruit, obviously coming in at an 80. A little surprised Adam Reynolds this far down. Big body guy, though, that really helps. Not a whole lot of size, but some good athleticism, good quickness. Tight end, Brennan Stool, good, very good tight end. Not a super mismatch problem, but just really good overall. Their offensive line, pretty solid. Little bit of a weakness there at right guard, but a veteran group for sure. A lot of starters there. Okay. TJ Parker, obviously the Clemson defense. I guess I said that we would do it with offense. We'll go ahead and go over that. TJ Parker, bit of a not as good as their defensive lines typically are, but 2 really good players there in Peter Woods and TJ Parker. Some pretty good size all around. I think we're going to be able to run the ball on them, though. Barrett Carter, one of the best, linebackers in the country. Very good pass coverage guy. Very fast, very athletic. I'll have to watch out for that. Sammy Brown, big guy that Georgia wanted here at middle linebacker. 5-star guy out of Georgia that decided to go to Clemson. Kobe McLeod. Obviously, Sammy's a super athlete. McLeod is really solid, not as fast. CJ Kuba Taylor here. Yeah. Youth. A lot of youth there, middle linebacker. Something I hope that we can expose. And yeah, I mean, this is not a crazy defense, not like what we're used to. Cornerback, you got Terrell here, Shelton Lewis, Jaden Lucas. Good speed. Dorian Gibson, 95 speed. That's pretty serious. Some pretty decent size, though. Have to think, I would assume they move either Terrell or Lewis into the slot and let Lucas play on the outside with his size. Pretty good secondary. Khalil Barnes, R.J. Mickens. I mean, it's a young group, though. I mean, 2 sophomores and a junior mainly playing there at corner, a sophomore, and then they do got a senior in Mickens. I would definitely guess, that Georgia's going to be probably a 2-touchdown favorite in real life. We'll see if I can live up to that in the game, but we'll get it started here. Got Klubnik lining up in the shotgun. Maffa to his right. They start off with a run, and nice move there. Gets up. Looked like we kind of had him stuffed. Ended up gaining 6 there. We'll just run a cover 3. I'm probably not going to be overly aggressive. It's not really the way that I play defense on these games in general. But we're going to lock up that run game for sure. Good play there from Mondon. Fill up the hole. All right, got 3 wide, or 4 wide. We do have a tight end in the field. Also lining up with Klubnik's right. He's in, not the ball away. Of course, a quick 3 and out to start the season. I'm going to turn down with me doing the commentating, I'm going to turn down the commentary. Okay. Yeah, 3 and out to start the season. Kind of exactly what I expect to happen in real life. Again, we do have Anthony Evans there in the back, kind of my way of getting him on the field. Want to get him Yeah, a couple of touches here and there. Tried to fair catch, hit it too late apparently. And we're off. Definitely the matchup to watch. Have had a lot of success with Lovett in a couple of play now games. Plan on getting him involved early. We're going to start things off the Georgia way. From the inside zone. Get a star running back Eric Trevor Etienne. I'm going to try not to skip too many of the cutscenes. Apologize for that. Good start. Gain of 5 for Etienne up the middle. Probably we'll run this flanker spot. Going to certainly try to get the ball to these wide receivers as quickly as possible. Try to get the ball out of his hand. Oh, look at that move by Lovett. Beck finds him down the sideline. Good juke, takes it all the way inside the 25 for Georgia. Really nice start for the Dogs. Got a quick 3 and out. Already well into Clemson territory. Really nice route here by Lovett with a little whip route. Breaks open. Takes a very short pass, 42 yards. Really beefing up Carson Beck's stat line there. What I think I'd like to do now, let's get this thing under center. Let's utilize one of these tight ends. Beck under center. Urasek to his left. Etienne in the backfield. Faked it. Dump off. Get the ball. Get a couple of yards. Short pass. Short pass. Trying to get Beck in rhythm here. Let's see how really. So a big thing that this offense is going to want to do is get the ball in Etienne's hands in space as much as possible. And let Roderick Robinson and Branson Robinson kind of work more the middle of the field. They move. Etienne in motion. Get him the ball quick. Gets upfield, breaks a tackle, and gains another first down. Georgia's rolling. Georgia's offense is officially rolling. Let's see. Bring Branson into the backfield. Line up behind Beck. And Beck hands it off. Branson, first carry of the season, goes for a touchdown. And Georgia is up early with a very, very easy and quick scoring drive there. 6-0. Branson's first carry this season goes for a really easy score there on the left side. And the first field goal, or extra point attempt this season is good. Georgia is up 7-0. Very, very quick. Within 3 minutes of the game starting. This is absolutely not what you wanted if you were a Clemson fan. Already expected to be outmanned in this one, and that is not a good start. As we see Chambliss with the tackle there. Georgia's definitely going to look to mix up the man and zone defense, utilize their speed and their playmaking. And Maffa breaks one to the outside. A couple of bad angles there by Georgia defenders. Raylan Wilson tried to beat him to the hole, but even with his speed was unable to do so. Klubnik is back here in the back now again. Maffa standing to his right, takes the snap in the shotgun, hands off again to the right. Good blocking up front. Maffa again, gain of 7. Little early success here on the run. Three of their first 4 carries have gained pretty significant yardage, and they go back to the well, but this time it is shut down. Really nice play there for Georgia's defense. That was Warren Brinson on the tackle. Oof! Just got that over the head of Snellmont and got a little bit too close to the line of scrimmage there on the 3rd down. Not really the best look. Again, Georgia's not going to play overly aggressive on defense most of the time. They're going to want to make you beat them consistently. But Klubnik and this Clemson offense are having a good start. He finds his wide receiver on the right there. Klubnik 2 for 3 for 28 yards with a couple of good runs already from Maffa as well. Got Raylan Wilson roaming the middle. And he swings it out to Phil Maffa, who gets knocked down, gained about 4 yards there, makes it a 3rd and 3. think if you're Georgia, you try to get the third down stop here. Let them beat you over the top if they do. Oh, and he found a hole. Middle linebacker's not playing good in pass coverage there. Monty looked like he was working towards Maffa there a little bit too much. The Binderstool made him pay there. All right, Georgia's in their first little bit of trouble of the 2024 season. They did get the run stop, and Maffa gets it down to about the 2-yard line roughly. Maffa ties the game up despite the effort. Really good answer there by Clemson with a 3-and-out, quick Georgia touchdown. Clemson found a lot of success on that drive. That was pretty easy. Raylan Wilson with a bruised shoulder. We'll let him hang out on the sideline there for a little bit. Go Evans. Evans up the gut. Takes it straight up. 98 speed through the house. Gives Georgia the lead back immediately with an excellent return. Great blocking on the play. Didn't really have to do a whole lot there. Georgia will take it as they are right back up 14-7. Already 2 touchdowns scored from Georgia in the first 5 minutes of the season. Even if it did come to Clemson also. So, can Clemson return the favor? Nope. All right, so early on, Georgia has struggled against the run, much like they actually did in the 2023 season. So, got to key in on that. Got to make Kate Klubnik beat you. He has not consistently shown that he can do that. Looking for a handoff here. Gives the ball to Maffa. Again, has success. Makes it 3rd and short. Georgia just does not seem to have much of an answer for Phil Maffa early here. Oh, really good run. Patient run by Maffa. Georgia actually read it correctly, got into the backfield, but were unable to get the stop. Georgia's looking for an answer on defense. I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have Clemson's kind of had their way with them now over the last little bit, but that'll help there with a knockout by Ellis Robinson. Ooh, a little RPO action. Tyler Brown. First catch of the young season for him in the quick RPO. 3rd and 6. You can hear the Georgia marching band playing here. And he is short. 4th and 1. Georgia is able to force a punt with this C.J. Allen tackle there right at the 3rd down mark, the 1st down mark, excuse me. All right, Georgia is back on offense, looking to, let's see, get a pretty good start. Let's see. Oop. Georgia's going to have to call a timeout. A little under-prepared there to get that drive started. Not exactly what you would expect from a Kirby Smart team. And let's see what Georgia can come up with here. Carson Beck lined up in the backfield. Got Delp to his right in the slot. Lovett in the slot to his left. They put ETN in motion. No real good look, but Delp is able to work his way across the middle. Another big opening. Clemson just seems to have no answer defensively or with their special teams. Beck Now with ETN to his right, pretty much the exact same setup. He hands off. ETN with a pretty good hold in the middle, breaks the first tackle, gains about 8. This Georgia offense is moving right along on down the field. Beck in this offense just seemed really comfortable. And so far, Clemson has just had no answer. Really good little pass for another first down there. Got Dominic Lovett involved, and so far Carson Beck 5 for 5, 87 yards.
Okay, ready?
Beck back under center. Clemson looks like they are crowding the line. Calls an audible. Just a quick little easy dump off to the Stanford transfer, Ben Urasek. Gain of 6. This offense just is in rhythm right now. Completely in rhythm. Beck lines up in the shotgun. ETN to his left. Dylan Bell out wide to his left. Nice easy handoff. And probably going to have a holding penalty. Finally put the Dogs behind the chains. And it is on Jared Wilson, who is in his first year as the starting center here in Athens. What did the Dogs decide to dial up next? This formation, he's got Ben Urasek out by himself, out to the left as he's got a trio of wide receivers to his right. Beck lets the clock roll down, make sure he sees what he wants to see. Gets Lovett wide open across the middle. Lovett races to the outside, works his way into the 5-yard line. And the Georgia offense just refuses to stop early on. Just refuses to be stopped. Beck lined up in the shotgun now. 3 receivers to his right. Branson Robinson in the backfield. Ball goes to Branson. Branson piles it inside the 1. And now Georgia brings out the big bodies, looking for another rushing score to start the season. The ball goes to big Roderick Robinson. First carry of the season goes for a touchdown. Georgia off to a hot start, to say the least, in this one. Up 21-7, closing in on the end of the first quarter. Okay, Klubnik ready to take the snap on the shotguns. Clemson has badly got to get some momentum going back in their favor there. And Moffitt with a good run, 8 yards to start off. He's already at 56 yards on the ground, along with 24. Really kind of having his way. Georgia's gotten a couple of good stops against him, but it's not been near as often as he has had gashing plays. But Michael Williams, the preseason All-American, with a really nice play off the edge, and we are at the end of the first quarter with Georgia up 21-7. Georgia at 12.9 yards per play. You know, had the big long kick return touchdown. I mean, Clemson has had no answers for them on defense, but they on offense have had some success running the football. Be something to watch as the game continues to maneuver. Klubnik with 4 wide, Moffitt in the background. And he gets plenty of time. Finds a nice pass there to, I believe that was Brown again. Clemson runs the hurry up here, trying to catch Georgia off guard. And it works to perfection. A nice RPO pass. Again, it looks like to Brown. That's actually, Antonio Williams. 2 catches, 43 yards on back-to-back plays. We're just reeling a little bit on defense. That hurry up can get you like that every now and then. Oh, got him with the play action. Nice pass over the middle, and he drops it. Wow.
On the double.
All right, got 2 in the backfield with Klubnik, 3 wide again. Klubnik's got plenty of time, but his wide receivers have not helped him the past 2 plays. It's now a 3rd and long with 2 drop passes. Georgia providing very little pressure on Klubnik, and they run a draw. Maffa gets a lot, but is not quite able to get the 1st down. And it looks like Clemson's going to kick the field goal here. Try to get it back within a little bit closer, and he knocks it through 21-10. We'll see what Georgia can do to answer. Arian Smith, track star, gets it, almost breaks it up the middle himself there. Georgia has had 2 really, really nice returns, and we'll see what they can get cooking here.
On the set.
Georgia's offense has been essentially perfect so far. Beck lines it up, gives it to Etienne, who jukes out a defender, gains about 5 there before he's brought down. 3 carries, 18 yards for the former Florida Gator who decided to transfer in this offseason. Very surprisingly, I might add. Now Georgia lining up under center again, Etienne in the back. Beck with the fake. Finds Oscar Delp, but a bad pass. He threw it off his back foot. Delp kind of got left out to dry there. Now this creates kind of the first problematic down. Beck just did not get a lot on that throw. We will see if Georgia can rebound here. Lines up in the 5 wide. Humphreys in the slot to the right side for his first snap. Oh, got a nice little inside whip route, and London goes inside and breaks it out. Gets almost to the 50-yard line to convert the 3rd down conversion there. For a gain of 14 for London. Got really good speed. Transfer in from Vanderbilt. It's a really, really nice play. A nice little setup for Georgia there to convert the 3rd down. Got the 2nd quarter kind of winding down. Beck again in the backfield, this time with Branson with him. He hands off, and Branson gets stuffed after about a gain of 2. So Georgia has tried to switch up this run game with as many different guys as it can here early on. Their top 3 backs have all gotten carries. Roderick Robinson only the 1 for a 1-yard touchdown. We have Etienne back out there now. He gets the carry and bursts up the middle. Ooh, takes a nice shot from number 17 there. And Georgia still gets a 1st down. Georgia lines up now in a bunch situation with Lovett and Urasek to the left, Delp and Dylan Bell to the right. Got Etienne in the backfield with him. Beck kind of surveying the field, takes his time, takes the snap. Quick pass to Delp. Not really looking for anything crazy there. Essentially an extension of the run game. And Georgia is now back in the huddle. Going to stick to the same formation here. Clemson with their defensive backs a little backed off. Georgia hands the ball off to Trevor Etienne, who takes a really big shot from number 43 there. His 5 carries have now gone for 31 yards, and we are at a 3rd and 5. Again, Georgia's in a good spot. No real reason to get crazy aggressive here. They're controlling this game. Just trying to make good decisions, keep themselves out of harm's way. Beck drawing up a hot route, and he gets the look he wants. 1st down to Dylan Bell. Carson Beck, 11 for 11, 147 yards. He is just absolutely starting the season the way you would want your Heisman caliber quarterback to do so. Finds Lovett on the short pass there. And Lovett already with 4 catches, 87 yards. Was fully expected to be the the lead back here in Athens this year, or the leading receiver, excuse me, and is off to a really good start. Beck now lining up under receiver, ETN behind him, hands off. ETN with a tough 3 yards there. And it looks like Georgia is going to try to bring Roderick Robinson in here for this next play. See what the big body back can bring them. Third and short. Georgia again has really kind of had their way, has been very good on third down, has been perfect actually, kind of letting this clock run, try to control a lot of this second quarter. And Clemson is looking for the run, and they do get the stuff there. And it's going to set up Georgia for a short field goal. And Woodring nails it right down the middle. Georgia goes back up two full touchdowns, and back up 24-10 here in the first half. A little under 3 minutes left to go before intermission. Woodring with the deep kick, and it is kneeled down by Clemson. So both teams have really ran the ball well. Georgia's had more thorough success through the air. Beck has not thrown an incomplete pass yet, but Clemson has had a quick 3 and out, and then they had their last drive stall as they kicked a field goal, while Georgia also added in a kick return touchdown. So Georgia has been near perfect offensively. Clemson's had just a couple of struggles, but it's been enough for Georgia to separate here early. Here we go. Georgia's going to call another timeout, leave them with 1 here. We're going to try to get a stop here before the 2-minute warning. Kirby is sitting there yelling at his defensive players because they didn't realize they'd already burned a timeout here before the 2-minute warning. Ooh, good pass. And it's set up. Clemson ran the classic 4 verts and had success there. Smelmondon has made a couple of mistakes here at middle linebackers. Not really been in great position certain plays in this game. Ooh, and we get a run up the middle unexpectedly. And Clemson again with another first down. Georgia's got to find an answer. You do not want Clemson to score here right before the half and make this a 1-possession game heading into intermission. So if they score quick enough, Georgia would have a chance to get a score of their own. Guy Raylan Wilson has made his way back out onto the field, 5 wide for Clemson. Klubnik takes the snap. Georgia seems to be in good positions. He throws it, heaves it, and it is almost intercepted by Dalen Everett there on the right side, but he was not able to keep his feet in bounds. Again, Clemson decides to go 5 wide. Klubnik by himself. And that one is picked off, and that's to the house. Dalen Everett making this a blowout before halftime. 66-yard pick 6. Dalen Everett almost had an interception the play before. This time does not miss his opportunity. And Georgia is now running away with the first game of the season, making Vegas look like geniuses. It is now 31-10 in Clemson. Got to go back to the drawing board here. What do? I think Clemson was having a lot of success running the ball early. Let that first drive sizzle. The defense has just not been able to make plays, but now the offense has made the crucial mistake and thrown the pick 6. Klubnik again just not showing if he's really ready for this high-level competition. I mean, Clemson they want to be in the college football playoff. That is their main goal this season and every season now moving forward. They've really needed a good showing here, and so far it has not been. There's still plenty of time, but it's not been a great start. But that was a good pass. Let's see what Georgia tries to dial up here. Oh, that ball is knocked away. Really, really nice play there by Daniel Harris. Excellent, excellent snap for the young defensive back. He's a little upset that Ellis Robinson has gotten the playing time over him. He's trying to change that. Got a good little pitch and catch there from Klubnik to Tyler Brown before he's tackled by Dooley and Humphrey. Good little snap, a good first down. Clemson in scoring territory. Do they keep taking shots or just try to wheel and deal them their way down? And he does get out of bounds there after a gain of 5. Klubnik, 14 for 21, 181 yards. I mean, not a bad half at all, but the pick six is a dagger. Very, very, very tough pass for him there. And, ooh, nice run by Phil Maffa, taking the damage to the freshman Ellis Robinson. Oh, they run the screen, but it was unable to complete the pass, and Clemson is going to be throwing, or kicking, excuse me, another field goal. And he misses it. Georgia's up 3 scores, 45 seconds left. Do they go try and score or play this one conservative? Beck takes a snap, dumps it over their head, tries to get the running back screen going, only for a gain of 1. And I would expect Georgia to let this first half clock wind down and go into intermission up 3 scores. Pass me the controller, Clemson. Gets a run here just to see if something does burst, but Roger Robinson does get hemmed up, and we will go to halftime with Georgia, your number 1 team in the country, up 31-10 over number 17 Clemson. Georgia has been just near perfect in this first half. Not really a whole lot else to say. Beck has not thrown an incompletion. The run game has been solid. Guys have been making plays. Defense has gotten a pick 6, and Anthony Evans even scored on a kickoff touchdown. As we see, Georgia's just all-around offense has just been exceptional. 8.3 yards a play, 10 first downs, only the 1 penalty. Been really measured offensively, both in the run and the pass. They've had success in both areas. As you see, Branson Robinson with the first touchdown of the season. This was the Cape Klubnik pick 6 by Dalen Everett. Just an excellent play by the junior cornerback out there. Really was kind of the dagger of the first half. It really created the separation. At the time, it was just a 2-score game. And again, this is the Branson Robinson first touchdown of the season for Georgia. And we're back here in the second half. Again, we just saw the coaches poll at the top right where Georgia's ranked number 2 in that one. But in the media, they are number 1, and that is what you see on your screen. Arian Smith takes the kickoff and almost finds a little lane there, but does get tackled inside of the 20. We'll see what Georgia decides to come up with here. I would expect a lot of running the ball. Essentially, let's try to get out of Dodge, get out of this game as healthy as possible, not give Clemson opportunities to get back into this one, if at all possible. But they do have a Heisman-level quarterback that so far has been absolutely perfect. Robinson did score on his first carry, but is off to a bit of a slow start otherwise. And Beck remains perfect. A couple of short passes here over his last couple of throws has really worked out in his favor. And that is Bell's second reception, gotten him up to 10 yards receiving. So not off to a fantastic start as far as the deep ball is concerned, but has had some involvement. Now Georgia on a 3rd and 4. Calling a little hot route, it looks like, and he misses his throw, the first incompletion of the game, and Georgia misses their first 3rd down. Beck again has been exceptional, 14 of 15 for 158 yards, does not have a passing touchdown, but has helped engineer several scoring drives as Georgia is up 31-10 again, with a defensive score and a special team score kind of being the big dagger differences here. And we got Clemson back out on defense. Ooh, and Maffa with a good cut. As Georgia's defensive line seemed to have crashed that run play. Ooh, little read option from Klubnik, and he is brought down in the backfield. Michael Williams, a really strong play there again. Michael has made a couple of big plays here early on in this game, and I guess they're calling that not a loss, but it's a really nice play at the line. Ooh, the RPO action kind of got away from Klubnik, but Delotto driving almost inside the 15. What a play. He made the most out of what was a less than stellar pass from Klubnik. Made his way down the sideline. Georgia is in danger of letting this become a two-score game again. And that ball, oh, that is a sack from Jalen Walker. The long, lengthy outside linebacker, again, showed off his speed and skill. For those of you that watched, he was the best player on the field in the Georgia-Florida game this past year. And Smile-Mondin, again, cannot make the play, and Brian Stewart takes that one in for a touchdown, and Clemson gets us back to a two-score game. (31-17) now your score. Georgia, still a lot of time left in this football game. Before Beck's incomplete pass to Dylan Bell, the offense had been perfect, had scored a touchdown on every time they'd had the ball outside of closing out the first half, and Arian Smith almost broke another one. Clemson special teams just not playing a great brand of football here today. Georgia comes back out, lines back up under center with Carson Beck taking the snap, hands it off to Branson Robinson. Branson with a big hole. He's about 7. Is Georgia in a really good spot here heading into this second down. Gives them a chance to create a big play if they so choose to take one. Beck fakes it. Doesn't really have a whole lot. Ooh, tries to fit one in there to Dylan Bell. Almost gets intercepted. A little bit too much of an aggressive pass there for Beck, who has been perfect essentially for the majority of this game, but tried to take too big a shot there. Now Beck 5 wide, 3rd and short. Gets to look he wants, finds Delp over the middle. Clemson sent the house. He reacted quickly with the drag route. Georgia now back with a first down. That is 4 catches for Oscar Delp. Georgia now back out in the shotgun in a bunched up set. Typically means they're running the football, and they got the big body Roderick Robinson in the background, and they do hand it off to him, and he fumbles. Clemson creates the turnover, tries to get themselves back into the game. Roderick Robinson with a crushing fumble there. And as you can see on the sideline, his head coach, Will Brown, is extremely upset with him. Got to hold on to the ball. Momentum shifting in a big way back in Clemson's favor. And Clemson capitalized. Klubnik, RPO, and they're having success with their RPO game. Has been very strong for Clemson here early on. Antonio Williams continues to make plays. These guys have really come up with a pretty good game plan here. I do have a phone call. Hold on 1 second, guys. What's up, bud? Yeah, I mean, you can just in the preload and start looking right through that.
On the ready. Slam.
Yeah, Asian business. I'm hoping I'm not in that damn DPS system logged in because it may not let you restart it. Yeah, it's the restart. It's the starting it again. Sometimes it doesn't. It won't let you if I'm in there. I don't think I was doing anything in there though, so you should be fine. Yep. Yeah, if not, I can text you mine right quick. The one I just made up was yes. It was actually one that you did because I wasn't over here yet. But you did a random observation that I chose. Yes. Yeah, that's all it is with him. Other than the telemax review we've done on him. Yeah. We're doing what we can. All right, brother. See you. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry if there was a little hiccup there, but we're back again. Second and 10 here. Georgia's still up 2 scores, but in danger of making it a 1-score game. Need a big play, and they're getting out of position at the linebacker room. Braylon Wilson there over pursued. Maffa continued to have an excellent game, really creating that pressure. Georgia has got to get a big play. And there they did. Mondin with a good hit to knock that ball loose. Second and 10 here. Inside, almost inside the 10 here for Clemson. Georgia trying to make a stand. Maffa again just continues to punish Georgia defenders. Gains 5 on that one. Now, huge third down. They can get a first down, but it'll be very, very tough for them too. And Clemson founds a touchdown here to Antonio Williams. Makes it a 1-score game. Georgia had all the momentum. This has been an absolutely awful third quarter. The Roderick Robinson fumble. Clemson really getting hot offensively. And Will Brown's crew is looking for answers here. And Clemson kicks it off. Anthony Evans has already taken one back to the house. And has almost busted another one. Gets a good return, but takes a hard shot right there. And as you see, Clemson's had a lot of success on the ground. Georgia's got their 2 offensive touchdowns have been in the rushing department. Got Branson out there to the left of Carson Beck. He fakes the handoff, dumps it to Delp. Delp turns the corner, stays in bounds, and gets a first down. I look for this offense to get back to what they were doing, really be varied with their play calling. See, Roderick Robinson has come out of the game. Branson with another carry, fights off a tackle, but takes a mean shot from number 11 there. Georgia trying to find an answer. It has been a really rough third quarter after a dominant first half. Beck takes the snap. He finds Delp over the middle, and Delp hangs on despite taking the shot from Barnes. Really, really nice play from Delp there. Good pass from Beck, showing a lot of belief in his tight end. Some would say putting him in harm's way. We call it just giving him a chance to make a play. We have ETN lined up beside Beck. Beck takes the handoff. Decent setup. ETN gains about 4 on the run there. Now 7 carries for 38 yards. Georgia lines up in the shotgun again. ETN to Beck's left. They put ETN in motion. It's a swing pass. ETN's able to get up the field, but only gains a couple of yards there. Ball thrown a little bit behind him. And now we're in another tough third down situation for the Bulldogs. Beck in the shotgun. Delp to his left. And Beck takes a hit. Ball falls. And now it looks like Georgia is going to have to punt. And that's a roughing the punter. Georgia is going to keep the ball. Crushing penalty from Clemson. They're actually able to get Georgia off of the field again. And that is going to come back to bite them. It is now going to be 1st and 10 for the Georgia offense at Clemson's 31-yard line. If you're Georgia here, you've got to make Clemson pay. Beck hands off to Branson, only gains a couple of yards. A defensive line that I thought would struggle a little bit more with Georgia's offensive line has really held strong in very impressive fashion. Clemson's done a really good job for the most part at slowing down this Georgia rushing attack as we have Beck come out, ETN directly to his left, Delp out wide to his left, 3 wide receiver to the right, and ETN just cannot get going there. And it is a 3rd and long. What can Georgia draw up here? Georgia does not want to make, they do not want to make the killer mistake here at all, to say the least. Beck takes the snap. Oh, he's got Delp over the middle. Delp inside the 10. Beck made that throw falling away as he had pressure coming from his right. Absolutely throws a seed. Georgia in a really good spot here. ETN to Beck's right. He hands off. ETN again met in the backfield. Still in a good spot here. 2nd and about as far as you can go away from the goal line. See what they can draw up here. He tries to find Bell and the ball gets knocked away. Good play by the Clemson cornerback. And now 3rd and goal. The one thing you cannot have here is an interception. Cannot have a turnover. Live to fight another down if you have to. He finds London inside the 5. Just a safe decision there from Beck. Didn't want to make a crucial mistake. Georgia now gets an opportunity and they go back up 2 scores thanks to the roughing the punter. Man, they are kicking off again. Georgia again up 34-24. Over and over 17. Clemson in the Chaz Chambliss gets down the field, creates a big hit on the Clemson return man. What can Georgia do to stop this Clemson offense? It has been a really, really rough second half. And that's, almost got an interception from Mondin, who read that like a book. Followed Brandon Stool all the way across the field, had his hands on him, but was not able to pull it in. Man, that would have been a huge play for Georgia. Nice little completion there for 8 yards from Clemson. Makes it, from Klubnik, excuse me. Makes it a 3rd and short. Here you look at the quarterback comparison. Beck has been very accurate, does not have a touchdown, as Georgia has scored once defensively, once via a kickoff, and has 2 rushing touchdowns. Beck has been super efficient, but they haven't found a whole lot of big plays down the field as they've been just trying to take whatever Clemson gives them, and Maffa picks up the 1st down there as we start the 4th quarter. Georgia has struggled much more than they would like to here against the run, and Clemson just keeps attacking it, and Maffa is able to get around Michael Williams, but does fall in the backfield. Ellis Robinson, the superstar true freshman, already has 4 tackles and a deflection, now with a tackle for loss. Got a nice 2nd and long for the Georgia Bulldogs here. Mondin almost is able to break that one up. Really nice little curl route. 3rd and 6 makes it a 3rd and manageable for Klubnik. Can Georgia get the stop that they need? And they do not, as Clemson continues to have success. Finds Tyler Brown for yet another 3rd down conversion. Klubnik and Clemson have done a really good job of nickel and diming this defense. They found the linebackers not playing the ball super well, but that's a nice pass over to Antonio Williams. Klubnik getting into rhythm. He did have the bad pass in the first half. They went for a pick 6, but is really having some success in this second half, yes. And he is, finds the ball over the middle, but Malachi Starks is able, he did not knock it away. What a catch. I believe that was Antonio Williams yet again, who did not get a good look at it, but a heck of a catch down the seam. And Clemson just refuses to die in this one. They just will not go away. What can Georgia do? They do not. That is a catch. And it is now 3rd and 3. 3rd and short for the Clemson Tigers. Klubnik. Can he create another moment here on this 3rd down? And he does! As Bowles is not far enough back, he finds Telato over the middle for a touchdown, putting Clemson with the made extra point within 3. And he nails it through the uprights. This second half has been a borderline disaster for Georgia. Clemson has outscored them 21-3 here just a couple minutes into the 4th quarter. Georgia just has had no real major plays on offense, nothing they can really look at and say that they found success in. What can they do to finish out this 4th quarter? If I were them, I would lean on Carson Beck. A screen set up. Can he get out wide? No. Heck of a play there by the Clemson defender as as Woodhouse was able to get around the blockers. Just a really tough, looked like it was perfectly set up. The one guy that could make a big play made the big play there. Heck, now lined up 5 wide, 2nd and 11. And he finds him. He finds him. He's got Young down the field. Kobe Young with his first catch, I believe, of the game. Finds him deep, was able to beat his man there in one-on-one coverage. Beck with an absolute dot down the field here as we take a second look. A 45-yard pass. Really, really nice throw. Kobe Young, again, a transfer in from Miami, has the size and speed combo that you look for. And now what does Georgia dial up here? It's a really nice little play to give them hopefully some room. Now we got a 4 wide look. See what Georgia can come up with. And Bell catches it for a short gain of about 6. Looks like Georgia was trying to set up a deep ball over to Dominique Lovett, but the Clemson defense did not allow that to happen. Come out in the same setup here. Beck takes the snap on 2nd and 6. Oh no, bad pass. He throws it too early for no reason, an interception. And now with 5 minutes left, Clemson appears to be in control. Just a horrendous decision from Beck. Not enough pressure on him to force that level of a throw. And now Klubnik takes his shot, and they are just, oh my! He breaks the tackle. He scores a touchdown, and Clemson takes their first lead of the game. What a second half from the Tigers, as Georgia appears shell-shocked after the Carson Beck interception turns into a touchdown just a couple of plays later. Now, what can Georgia do to avoid this monumental upset after being up 3 touchdowns at halftime? Momentum all in Clemson's favor. What do you do here if you're Georgia? Beck, they tried to lean on him. He makes a crucial, critical mistake. And Clemson's defense is just playing with their hair on fire. Beck gets up a little shaky there. Looks like he maybe rode over his ankle a little bit. Now they're going to press it into a 5 wide. That play gained nothing for Georgia's offense. He gets Lovett with a nice little catch. Makes it 3rd and 6. Georgia has got to get this first down. And they do. Beck finds Lovett over the middle. Lovett with a nice first down. Lovett has been now over the century mark with 6 catches. What can Georgia do? 4 minutes left in this game. The defense has not gotten a stop really here in this second half. Clemson is having their way. They have all the momentum. Georgia has struggled to run the football after the first quarter. This appears as if it's all going to be on Beck's hands. Can he live up to the moment? Sends ETN out left. Gonna quickly dump that ball to him. ETN is not able to get around the defender. We have another 3rd and long. Where does Georgia go from here? He finds Lovett again underneath on the 3rd and long. Georgia pulling out all the stops, getting their playmakers the ball in space. Again, Beck a little banged up and gimpy right now, but is still hanging on strong. He finds London Humphreys over the middle for another first down. We got just a little over 2.5 minutes left in this one. Georgia is trying to avoid the full-blown meltdown that they have seen here. Beck again in the 5 wide. Takes a quick drop. Finds Humphreys again on the out route. He's up the field inside the 15. Trying to make a play here. Georgia trying to make a statement comeback after completely falling apart throughout this second half. I mean, it's just been insane, really and truly, to see how much they have struggled in this second half. They just really have not had any success at all. Beck hands the ball off. Etienne's able to shake it inside. He's inside the 5. Etienne definitely a little banged up right now. I know he had the fumble earlier, but I think you see them bring back out Roderick Robinson here, trying to see if they can get a little rest for Etienne here as we try to finish up. 2 minutes left in the game. Beck again in the 5 wide. He finds Bell, who scores to give Georgia the lead back. With about 2 minutes left in the game, Georgia has seen their huge lead crumble at the half, but they may have just found a way to bring it all the way back. And the field goal puts them back up 3. Y'all give me just a second. Let me use the restroom before we finish this game off. Sorry about that restroom break, guys, as we are back trying to finish off, see if Georgia can finish off this victory here. Not the best kick in the world. Clemson's going to have solid field position, it looks like. We are at the 2-minute warning. Georgia has had no answer for Clemson's offense in this second half. That's a solid start. Give me that interception. Yonel Aguero, the starting strong safety, may have just given Georgia the insane victory to start the season. What a play. Klubnik threw the pick six earlier. Just made a really tough decision there. We see Carson Beck hands the ball off as expected. Roderick Robinson makes a big run there. Gains a first down. As long as we don't have a fumble, Georgia is very, very near to victory here. Carry again. Roderick Robinson falls forward. Georgia badly still does need to get another first down. Oh, Roger probably should have bounced that one outside. Clemson calls a timeout. It is 3rd and 9. I do not see a situation in which Georgia, they're up 3. Can run this clock down a long way. Do decide to run it. Georgia's going to let this clock tick, 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 tick as long as they can before setting up a field goal to make it a 6-point game. And then they just have to hold on. Georgia's going to let this one run down and run down and run down. What a game this has been to start the 2024 season, everyone. What a start. 41-38. Georgia is up. They're looking to go up 6 if they can make this field goal. They are going to call a timeout with about a second left, and they do get it in. The made field goal here, again, makes it a 6-point game. Clemson would have to then score a touchdown. And he sneaks it barely in the right upright. Woodring, second field goal of the day. Georgia is up by 6 with 44 seconds to play. Ooh, nice tackle there by Branson Robinson, getting in on the action here on special teams. Georgia is not going to let Clemson beat them deep, if at all possible. And Klubnik gets sacked. 12-yard loss. Huge play for the Dogs. Klubnik spikes the ball. It's 3rd and 22. There are 25 seconds left in the game as Georgia survived this one. Find it. Still, the clock is ticking. They're going to get the snap off with about 16 seconds left as he spikes it. Georgia's still in a really good spot here, as Clemson has got to get in the end zone within the next 16 seconds. And he's sacked again. That one may finish it off there for Georgia. Their third sack of the game. I don't know if he's going to have time for one last snap. Maybe he does. 1 second. Georgia after him. Klubnik gets sacked for his third time in the final drive. And Georgia with a 44-38 survival in Atlanta against their longtime rival, the Clemson Tigers. Jalen Walker with 2 sacks in this one, including one there on the final play. What a game and what a finish, guys. Very, very exciting game. Dylan Bell with the game-winning touchdown there late on a pass from Carson Beck. Beck did throw an interception that was nearly fatal, as it caused Georgia to go down for the first time. But you see Beck ends with 343 yards and 86% completion percentage. Just the one touchdown, as Georgia scored 2 times from inside Clemson's 10 to take away some punch from him as far as got those scores in the run game. Had the kickoff return touchdown that you see there from Anthony Evans, the Dalen Everett pick 6. Georgia off to an incredible start. What a game. What a game. Georgia's up early, as you see there by the box score. I mean, up 21-7 at the end of the first quarter, up 31-10 at halftime, and Clemson just would not go away. All of a sudden, Georgia could not really get stops in the third and fourth quarter, but they did just enough there late. And we'll go over the stat line again. Carson Beck did have a crucial interception, but otherwise was spectacular. 31 for 36, 343 yards with the score and pick. On the ground, Georgia really struggled to run the football, including having a Roderick Robinson fumble. We see ETN ends up with 11 carries for 45 yards. Roderick Robinson does find the end zone, but only gains 19 yards on 8 carries. Branson Robinson also scored a touchdown on his first touch of the season, but ends up with just 29 yards on three carries there. Receiving, Oscar Delp goes for 7 catches, 88 yards. Dominic Lovett 7 for 116. ETN did have 5 catches, only gaining 11 yards. Dylan Bell with the crucial touchdown there late. 4 catches for 21 in that score. London Humphreys had a big debut here for Georgia, 4 for 54. Ben Urasek 3 for 8. Really quiet game. And Colby Young in his debut had a huge 45-yard catch down the right sideline on a beautiful pass. No sacks allowed. The offensive line, I thought, did solid. Did struggle in the run game against a Clemson unit that I really thought they would have success on. Defensively, Ellis Robinson leads the way with 14 tackles. Malachi Starks with 9, which, of course, is way too many for your safety to be grabbing there. Julian Humphrey at corner with 9 as well. Michael Williams did have a big game. 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss. Did have a half sack. And yeah, just defense definitely struggled against the run. As we do look here, Jalen Walker did have 2 sacks. Christian Miller with a sack. Warren Brinson with a sack, and then again Michael Williams with a half. Struggled to stop the run, as you see when we get to film off. As we do have Dalen Everett and Yonel Aguero with interceptions. Again, Everett went 69 yards for a touchdown. Nice. Woodring made 3 field goals in this one. Only punted the 1 time. Again, Evans with the return touchdown there. Start off, and Arian Smith had a couple of nice ones himself, but yeah, the defense struggled. Beck was accurate. Was not a whole lot of deep shots taken. Did have a nice run after the catch, go for over 40 yards for Lovett, and did have the nice 45-yard bomb to Colby Young down the sideline. But passing game was really short stuff. Try to get the guys in space. The defense struggled against the run. Okay, Klubnik, 31 for 45, 4 touchdowns through the air, 2 interceptions. I mean, 442 yards, a really big day for him offensively. Maffa, 21 carries, 93 yards, and a touchdown. It really feels like he had a better game than that. Gelato here did have 1 carry for 12 himself. But yeah, Maffa also, 3 for 11, so it gets over 100 total yards. It feels like it was a little worse than that. But Gelato, big game, 7 catches, 114 yards, and a touchdown. Tyler Brown, a bit of a slow start, but 6 catches, 129 yards, and a touchdown, including a 71-yarder. Antonio Williams, 5 for 80 and a score himself. And Brian Stewart, 4 for 66 and a touchdown. I mean, these guys made plays. It kind of feels like we struggled more against the run in the past, but they did a really good job of attacking the middle of the field. Definitely a worrisome spot for this defense. Woodaz, what a game. 20 tackles to start the season. Kobe McLeod, 11 for them, and Kylan Griffin, 11 for them as well. Again, no sacks. Did get into the backfield a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see they had 8 tackles for loss. Kylan Griffin also did have an interception. It feels like Georgia outplayed Clemson. But then, if you look at the stat line, and Georgia wins on the scoreboard, right? But Clemson had more first downs, more total offense. And again, the pick 6 and the kickoff return touchdown obviously affects that for sure. But, either team really ran the ball, well on a yards per rush basis. Obviously, the sacks really hurt Clemson as they had a couple of big losses there. But Georgia did just enough. They won they tied the turnover battle. Clemson was better than them on third downs. It was really just Georgia doing exactly enough to get the job done. There's really no other way to put it. They did just enough to win this game. They made the 2 big plays, right? The pick 6, another interception later, obviously, but they had the pick 6 and they had the kickoff return touchdown. That kind of stuff is the difference in the game. And Georgia's off to a 1-0 start. We will definitely get through this. We'll get through this. We'll go through the week 0 and the week 1 scores, and we will go from there. So let's push through and see what we're looking like. We'll upgrade the coach, and we'll do some recruiting, and we'll probably hop into game 2 here. Cash Jones is still the only one that's a little worrisome from a transfer portal perspective. Looks like we have not been kicked out of anybody, at least that I can tell. Not been kicked out of anything. Deontay Riggs, obviously huge. Got us first overall. We're in his top 5. Need to gotta get him on campus. I mean, you see, we're top 5 for a lot of these guys. A pretty good feeling this is going to be a really special class. We're at about the 3-hour mark. Let's see, I might shut this down just in time to come back up. We'll go over let's go over some scores. Again, we'll go back to week 0 nationally. Did have Florida State beat Georgia Tech 38-22. We had New Mexico fall into FCS Northwest 36-28. Had SMU taking down Nevada on the road 37-26. And we did have Hawaii avoiding the upset against FCS East by way of a 34-20 win. We'll go to week 1. Let's just look at just top 25. Look at this top 25. So LSU, big win here over USC. Nussmeier with a 6-touchdown debut as the starter. Insane. Great. That's amazing. See who the big guy was. Avion Thomas, 5'10", 194, 10 catches, 136 yards, and 3 touchdowns. See what happened on the USC side. 2 picks from Miller Moss. Definitely hurts. They could not run the ball at all. A lot of big receiving stats here. But they could not run the ball at all. So good on LSU. Big first win. Florida State loses to Boston College to start the year. that's a tough one there for sure. A little shocking, but wow, losing a lot of that talented team. Boston College with the upset in week 1. NC State handles business. Kansas barely handles business. A lot of points to give up. Utah handles business. Ole Miss handles business. Iowa did score more than 25 points. It was against the FCS opponent, and their defense gave up 21 points, but they did get the win here. Michigan survives an upset bid. Wow, Fresno State. Can we get the actually? So Michigan scored 17 points in the fourth quarter to get that victory, 24-19. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Oklahoma State barely survives FCS Northeast. Tennessee barely survives the Pandas. 30-28. Wow. Wow. Okay. That's actually kind of weird because it's showing that it's 30-0. 52-22 win for Ohio State. Auburn wins. Obviously, Georgia wins the game of the week. Missouri over FCS. Oregon over FCS. Texas gets upset by Colorado State in the first game of the season at home. Wow. Wow. Louisville with a win. Miami takes down Florida. I am just still in awe. What happened? It's a hot start for Colorado State. I mean, didn't make the mistake. Yours was not bad. The one pick is not great. Obviously, they couldn't really run the ball. Wow. Okay. Anyway, let's finish this up. Miami again with the win. Kansas State was the only team to really take advantage of the FCS opponent. Washington almost falls. Alabama cruises. Notre Dame throttles Texas A&M 14-14. Wow. 7 bowls. Penn State wins at West Virginia 35-17. And we have Arizona survives New Mexico. So some crazy games there to start off for sure. We will take a look at recruiting. Actually, let's upgrade coach skills right quick. I'll upgrade coach skills because I'm going to try to move all this to YouTube. I'm going to upgrade coach skills. I'll end the stream and I'll come back live right immediately afterwards. I'm going to try to get another game in here just a second. So again, we are, I think I want to focus recruiting action. Yeah, I think I want to. Let's do one more of these there. Let's focus on the secondary wide receivers. Another secondary there, and do one more for the. Can I do the whole line? Yep, I can. So obviously a lot of those were just scouting stuff, but yeah. So I'm gonna end the stream. I'll pop right back on if you are following. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get this over to YouTube. If you've been watching for all this, thank you. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. If you're on Twitch, follow me on Twitch, WB1214. Again, also on YouTube if you want to watch these stream lives. It's WB1214. Thank you guys. Talk to you later.